Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode we will be taking a look at the Aspire Nautilus, so stay tuned. I actually picked this up during Vape Fest 2014 here in Washington DC, actually in Virginia, at the Dulles Hyatt. And you've been watching videos of that during the past week on my channel. But Aspire Nautilus, this is one of the new generation tanks. It's made of stainless steel and Pyrex. It's a bottom feeder, has a changeable bottom dual coil atomizer that you can change out, and it has a really neat draw or air flow control knob on the bottom. So pretty cool. This thing has 510 threads. The adjustable airflow, has a huge 5 milliliter tank. It's Pyrex. Pretty cool, but let's take a close look at it. Hopefully I got this for a good price. I did get it for $35 as you can see in the title of the video. And let's take a look at the box here. You can see it has the Aspire hologram little logo thing in there, scratch and sniff thing to prove that it's real, all that good stuff. So let's open this up. Have a nice user manual, which I do recommend. I highly recommend that you read this manual so you take it apart properly, because if you try to force this by taking it apart incorrectly, you can break that glass. So you get your tank right here. You also get a Ego. Oops. Of course I drop it on camera. Now I gotta reach down and pick it up. I'm sorry, folks. But you get a little Ego ring here. So if you have a Ego style e-cig, you can sort of make it look really weird sitting on top. Don't even try to put this on an Ego battery. I think it looks ridiculous, even with the beauty ring, which is what I should have called it here in the first place. You also get a spare atomizer here. Again, these are dual coil. They'll say what the ohms are on them. So this one says 1.8, as you can see right there. And I think they put a smaller or a lower ohm rating one inside, which we'll go ahead and take this apart and take a look and then put it back together. Okay, you can see there's lots of knurling on this thing, and you also have the air control ring. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at this really quick. You can see I'm actually turning the tank instead of turning the ring here because I want you to see the holes. I'm going to go ahead and just cycle through. You have 4 different air holes. There's a nice click tactile lock. You know, it feels like it's like spring locked as you hit each hole. You can actually hear it. So there's your largest, there's your smallest. So if you're one of those lung breathers, you go ahead and put that wide open and just draw in all the vape that you want. Or if you like it tight, you go ahead and use that small hole, like for us mouth to lung vapors like me. Now, here's your 510 thread right there, just so you can see what that looks like. And drip tip comes off. You can put whatever drip tip you want in there, standard size. Comes with its own. Now to disassemble this, by looking at it, if you didn't read the instructions, you would start just trying to turn the top and turn this by the knurling here, and you don't want to do that. What you have to do is hold it by the knurling here and twist the tank and the top, everything at once, like this. This is the way that you take this apart properly, because if you don't, you can ruin the threading up here and break the Pyrex. So there we go. So here's the bottom. I'll go ahead and set this aside a minute. Here's the top. You could go ahead and unscrew this, and you can see it's threads in that Pyrex. So it's actually on the inside, not the outside. The outside here is smooth. So you need to be very careful. So you don't really want to take this apart. This just all stays. This is just sort of like a chimney or cone or whatever. So just go ahead and put that on there. There is a little bit of a like a washer or silicone kind of thing in there to keep it sealed. So you just want to put that on snug, but don't over tighten it or you'll break that Pyrex. Let's take a look at the bottom here. We can go ahead and twist the atomizer out of here. We'll go ahead and turn that. And take a look at this atomizer. Let's see if it has the ohm rating on here. This is 1.6. So mine came with the 1.6 ohm installed, and it came with the extra 1.8. So that's how you disassemble and take out the atomizer and replace it. This is not meant to be a rebuildable. However, I have seen some videos out there where people actually rebuild these. Take a close look inside there if we can. You can actually see one of the coils right there if you look very carefully. There we go. It's one of the two coils. They're sort of crisscrossed. You're looking at the top one. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this back. And we want to make sure we put this back. It is not possible to put this on upside down, so don't worry about that. And you can see the top has the knurling here for your fingers to screw that down just like that. And then you go ahead and it's actually using the threads here on the cone is getting thread also onto the atomizer. So the atomizer is actually holding everything together. Kind of interesting. So go ahead and screw this on. And that's how you put it all back together. So let's go ahead and fill this up and see how this vapes. You know, as I look at this, it really does look kind of very different than your normal tank. First of all, it's so airy. It's so large. You know, 5 milliliters is a lot. Just to show you in comparison what this thing looks like compared to other tanks, here's my K-Fun, and here's an I-30. So, just so you can see the difference to how big this is and how big the tank is. Really big. You should be able, I mean, this should cover all people to be able to vape all day. If you're vaping more than 5 milliliters, wow, you are really inhaling an awful lot of liquid in a short period of time. Anyway, let's go ahead and fill this up. What we'll be vaping today, because I'll tell you what, I need to, start vaping this before it expires. This is by Halo. Halo's really, really, really good, American made. Zero nick right there. Look, it has a lot number. It has a best buy date, an expiration date. All those things that I like. The only thing it doesn't have is a childproof cap. I lie. Look at this. It has a dropper and a childproof cap. This has so many things that I like in a bottle, and the juice is really, 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 really good. So just make sure I mix this up. Look at this. Even the dropper has milliliters listed on it. Really good job packaging by Halo. They're not cheap. They're one of the pricier e-liquids, but Voodoo is definitely one of the more popular ones, and it's pretty potent. Smells strong, tastes strong, very unique flavor. Man, this thing is taking a lot. Crazy amount liquid. So you want to fill this up, but you don't want to fill it over the metal. You don't want it to go down that middle hole. For those of you who are new, I think that'll do pretty good. I'd like to try to close the bottles before I go doing anything else, because it's very easy to knock it over and then you have a lot of expensive juice going all over the place. Alright, so then we'll go ahead and put this on. And then we screw, 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 screw. Do we have any leaks? No leaks. Everything's nice and snug, but not overly tight where you break it. And let's see, what mod am I going to put it on? I think it would look awesome on top of my SVD. So we'll go ahead and pop it on the SVD. See what that looks like on there. Looks pretty good, don't it? Let's see, is this on? Turn it on. I just turned it off. 1, 2, 3. Turn it on. Hopefully it'll say 1.6 ohms. 1.6 ohms. And I'm not sure what power. Let's put this at 8 watts. So let's see how it works. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the air control. I'm going to set this to the, not the smallest, but the next to smallest hole. And man, doesn't that look awesome on top of the SVD? Freaking cool. So, first vape. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, that is a big cloud, and that's not even a lung hit. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna open this wide open and take a lung hit. Let me get some air. Keep the oxygen to the brain, or I'm gonna go crazy on you. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Holy crap. I'll tell you what, for, you know, a tank, clear visor tank or whatever with changeable atomizers, this thing delivers. It delivers. Great taste. It's, you know, if I had to rate it for being able to bring the taste of the juice, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. You know, I've had tanks where it would bring more intensity of the juice, but it's close. It's like a 4 out of 5. Vapor production it's there. It's a 5. It's definitely for a tank. It is producing. So $35. Some people might think it's a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. And I love the looks. A lot of people think this looks weird. To me, it looks like a tube. Remember the tubes, for those of you who are old like me? This thing looks like a tube that would come out of an old TV. I was watching one video about this where they said it looked like a specimen bottle where they keep monkey feces in or something. Feces from a two-headed monkey in a specimen tool. Urinalysis. But I love the look of it. It's steampunkish, you know. So, it's a vaping machine. It's a cloud maker. It's still making clouds. Look at that. Okay, love it, love it. All right, definitely recommend it. I would spend $35 again for it. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and you, and I hope you're enjoying my week of vape. Okay, take care.